welcome back to We Care a Lot. I'm half the pod, Sam.
I'm the other half, Mel.
Hi.
Hi.
We're back. Today, we're talking about good old Instagram. We have like a love-hate relationship with her.
Yeah.
I don't know. We keep talking about like bring 2014 posting back, I guess. Or just, I don't know, like 2012 maybe. But I don't know. It's like a love-hate where we're at right now with Instagram. I hate that it doesn't have like the culture of TikTok where you can just
do anything.
Do whatever and it's not cringe because it's just like, I'm just posting.
Yeah.
Like, I'm posting my Facebook status where it says, y'all are so annoying or whatever. Also, I've been getting a lot of those lately. Have you been getting those? Do you have Facebook like that? Or no?
I have Facebook. Like I get notifications.
Yeah. Do you look at them ever? It's like, you have memories from this day. I click
do.
it and I'm like,
it's like, why did I do that? And sometimes it's like a cringe fucking like quote that I put or like a subtweet and I'm like, what the fuck?
No, literally. It's like, you guys are just wouldn't understand or something with the little like slant, like the little line face, like the, or whatever.
And then other times I'm like, I'm kind of iconic. Like there's this one like post that I guess like I posted of Drew Barrymore.
What?
And she was going like this or something. if you're not watching, I'm literally
like
the rock on fucking thing. And she had like short hair and I don't remember like what she was like on a magazine cover. I don't remember what the magazine cover was or for what.
Yeah.
But I think I knew she was an icon. And like I loved her. But at the time I loved her because like I loved her acting like in 50 First Dates or like
What a Time.
You know, just like all her older movies. Yeah. And I'm just like
Charlie's Angels.
Period. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
You said, oh,
Baby
I was
Mel, you
I
were
was
on
cool.
it.
I knew some cool things.
I need some cool things.
I had culture.
I had some culture in me.
Yeah, and like, I guess some stories, like story archives is where we would find things like that today. I don't know.
Which that's kind of cringe in itself, like the story archives of.
But like, do we think the Facebook ones are cringe? I guess a little.
A little.
Yeah.
But I'm also like, it's fine.
But no one remembers either.
Yeah, no.
See, there's like validation and like, well, but you were a baby, so there's an excuse.
So it's fine. Yeah.
But if you post something cringe today, it's like, you're a grown woman. What are you doing? That's how
Pretty
you feel
much,
about it?
yeah.
But do you feel that way about anyone else? Maybe. I mean, it's okay if it's... if
I actually don't know if I do feel that way. Maybe.
Yeah, like probably a little.
Like I can't think of anything specific, but like I'm sure I've had a moment of like...
Why would you post that?
Or like, that's brave.
The comments, body positivity. So fucking horrible.
That
just like, would y'all ever comment on somebody's
bikini pic and say body positivity?
It just insinuates that they shouldn't be positive about their body, I guess.
I was going to say something mean. I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah, don't say it.
Just like...
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane, girl.
But, I don't know. Good intentions, I guess, at the time, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, we're just chatting about, like, I don't know. I feel like there's such a pressure to, like, post or not to post. Like, you're being watched. And I feel maybe our 10-year reunion is also bringing up those feelings.
Oh, for sure. Because I'm like, now...
I'm going to see you face to face.
Not only that, though, like, especially being the people who are, like...
managing
it and planning it, I feel like we're the direct faces of what's gonna happen, and so people are probably like, I should get back in contact with her, or like, you know what I mean?
Right. Be acquainted with her life.
So it's like getting a new resurgence of our like people perceiving us.
Yeah. Hi.
Watching this.
Yeah, I feel like it's also different, like Instagram to podcast. I feel like it's so different because I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why.
The way the things we be saying on here, I don't know that I would make a post about ever like in
on Instagram.
Correlation. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think we got to unpack that hesitation, fear, embarrassment, the cringe. Like, why is it so cringe? Because even on TikTok, I honestly, I'd be posting whatever on TikTok.
It's good. I saw this morning that you posted because you're...
Oh my God, my yoga?
Yeah, we were at yoga yesterday for a book club.
Yeah.
Which, like, you're like, what? we did an activity before book club started, but anyway, in the middle of stretching, Sam goes, oh, content. And then she like takes her phone out and puts it up, and I was like, okay, cool.
I'm on my
and
content
then
shit.
This morning I like saw what it was, and she just was like basically saying that she's trying to pretend like she's not hungover. It's like the balance of life.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know what the content was going to be when I was recording it either.
Yeah,
I was just like, this is going to be something. Yeah, it's easy. Life is interesting. When it is. Because like I don't do anything, so I'm like, when I do something, I gotta
take advantage,
and that's my mindset. Some people might be like, that's unhealthy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Like, you're not present.
Right. But I'm like, I mean, like, to be fair, there was cars like, how present was I anyway? There was a meth pipe behind me.
Meth pipe behind her, buses behind her, literally, like...
Men whistling, not at us, but, like,
just in
Kill
general.
Bill type. Yeah. He was good. He was a good whistler, but anyway.
Do you remember hearing that guy that was just like, there they are again?
Yeah.
And I was like... do you think we're a cult?
Right.
Like, what's happening?
It's just a yoga class.
Yoga, buddy. Anyway.
Chill out. Get out of the car and see what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I can see, like, how sometimes that feels like, oh, you're not present on my end. I don't know how I feel about that, honestly.
Like, that thought, that, perception of, like, what you're doing.
Not even, like, perception, but, like, do I feel like I'm not present? I don't feel like I am.
You don't feel like you are present, or you don't feel like you're not being?
The wording. How can we make that less confusing?
I
feel like I'm present.
Got it.
I feel like I'm present.
It's
because
like the, sorry. It's
Go
like
ahead.
no, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
No, yeah.
No, yeah. It's like the same
Literally.
fucking thing.
All the double negatives. I feel like I am present because I'll have moments where in my head I'm like, oh, this would be cute to see online. Like, this could be content. I'll think in my head, like, whatever. But then I'm like, oh, but, like, then I'd have to get up, get my phone, turn on, like, a fucking light or whatever. Like, do all these things, and, like, I don't want to do that.
Totally.
So, like, I pick and choose my moments to, like, oh, that'd be cute. And other ones to being like, this is private, like, for me and whoever it is. Or just me alone, whatever it is.
That's fair.
There's a striking balance between getting content. Because, like, for me, when I'm making it, I'm not thinking, oh my god, this is gonna go viral and everyone's gonna love it and whatever. I'm just like, this is silly, and, like, practicing my creative juices. Especially because this is what I, like, want to work in for the most part. Like, creating copy is fucking hard, let me just say. So I'm, like, practicing that.
Yeah.
Putting those gears into work, I guess. I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, but I can see how people who
think
are
that.
super uninterested in posting online, and how that's, like, a completely unrelated thought for them. Like, for them, it's like, you should be present.
It just reminds me of, like, the old thinking of, like, when Instagram itself was just all about, like, posting your food and stuff like that, and people would be like, dude, like,
I don't care.
Yeah, or, like, seeing, like, influencers in the wild, like, sitting on top, or, like, standing on top of chairs going like this.
Yes.
Like, it just reminds me of those thoughts and people being annoyed of that. And then I'm like, okay, but now you're posting your silly little lunch.
Mm-hmm. Now you're putting your little lunch on your story.
I think, like, if you're coming from a place of, like, this would be interesting
to somebody,
instead of, like, I need to fill
a content
slot, I think that's different. And I feel like, personally, I think I want to get to a place where it starts to feel like a scrapbook of my life. Even it, like, I know that sounds weird for, like, video content, but just, like, even, like, not. It's like, I don't know.
No, I get you, because I feel like scrolling through my TikTok would be so different than scrolling through my Instagram feed.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh yeah, I went hungover to this yoga class before brunch. I remember now. And then on Instagram, I didn't post about that.
Yeah.
At all, because it's so serious there.
Yeah.
It's, like, so serious on Instagram. It's like
nothing can, like.
And I've thought about, like, transferring some TikToks to Instagram, which is so funny because when TikTok came out, it was like, oh, just transfer all your Instagram to TikTok, which, like, is still the case, but
it doesn't flow the same.
It doesn't go the other way. But it is interesting to do, like, A/B testing and seeing which platform does better, because for, I think, Sienna's journal that I put on both platforms, the same video, it did a lot better on TikTok, which I think is weird because Instagram is kind of the place where that could pop off. I
Yeah.
mean, both would, but
both really would, yeah.
yeah, but yeah, on Instagram, I'm like, I think my page is just, they hate me.
I also just think the exposure piece is different.
Like, what do you mean, like demographic?
Like, no,
or
just like how
algorithm?
the platform works. Like,
Yeah,
it's not
yeah.
easy to discover new people. I think they're like trying.
They are trying, because I got a lot of like For You type things on my feed now,
Yeah.
like the Reels thing. Have you seen that?
Yeah. I also just like, I get random people's posts like come up on my stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like maybe because it's already like the underlying like narrative of what Instagram is, it's hard for me to see these like random people show up on my feed and not be like, who the fuck is this? Instead of like introspective and wanting to learn about this,
Like, what's this gonna be
post or who
about?
this is.
Yeah.
It's more of like, how did they fucking get on my page?
No, it is.
You know what I mean?
You're right.
Because I think like just the environment that was created for Instagram feels a lot different. I don't know if you can like undo that necessarily.
They're trying.
They're trying.
And you know what? They kind of always do. We were negative Nancy on the stories. Stories are it.
These are it.
So, like, I do have faith that Instagram will get to a better place in terms of, like, you know, culture, I guess. It's so weird that, like, different pieces of an app on your phone have different environments that you, like, let yourself into, kind of.
Yeah.
That's a thought.
Like, if Instagram and TikTok were groups of people,
right.
Instagram would
I go to
be
my
like,
friend for this. I go to this friend for that.
Oh, I'm not even like.
Oh.
I'm thinking like Instagram is like the I'm thinking of like a high school, like in Mean Girls where everyone has a table.
The clique.
The cliques. Like, TikTok would be like all the other people, like all the other groups,
just everyone.
And then Instagram is like the mean girls,
the pretty ones
who have judgy characters.
And that's
but even, like, you kind of want to be accepted by them.
But that's even how I post. You know what I mean?
No, but that's what I'm saying.
Like I'm like, do I fit in?
You follow the rules. You wear pink on fucking Wednesdays. You know.
That's a good one. Yeah, you actually, Janice is TikTok and Regina is Instagram.
Yeah.
That's sad.
That's sad.
I don't want Instagram to be that place. So, like, we even talked about, like, don't do the dump and blah, blah, like, whatever. Just, like, how do we get there? And you know what? Hi, David, if you're listening. But he posted his, like, day one in Amsterdam.
Oh.
And I was like,
seen it yet.
and he put photo dump.
Love.
I said, wait. I think this is how we're supposed to be posting.
This is the photo dump I've been waiting for.
Like, actually, though. And it was just like, it was
I'm telling you, it's like an album
but
of
it was,
the day.
But it was low-key what Brittany posted on her stories. So I'm kind of like, okay, maybe
you just gotta...
Instead of stories, I'm putting it on the feed. Yeah, or both. Or both. Why can't it be both? Why can't you see it on my stories through the day?
Wait
and
the
then
24 hours, post it.
Right. And big, and by the way, stapled.
By the way.
Stapled. Yeah. Literally stapled to my page.
Literally.
So, I don't know. But, that being said, very relevant for you at least, and our dear friend Katie. Y'all have not been posting, and you have content, which we talked about.
I have my yearly post of Coachella.
Right. Yeah, you did. But then you had, like, 3 trips between Coachella and this Coachella. Mm-hmm. So... they're supposed to be up already, like when this comes out.
Mm-hmm. We'll see.
Let's dig in a little. Why the hesitation? Is it just like taxing to go through the photos?
I think it's taxing.
Yeah, I get that.
I also think that like it's not that it's not relevant. It's just like, why the fuck am I posting from a trip of 2 years ago? Like I don't even look the same.
I feel that. So like if you had like red hair, like for me, I'm like, I'm not gonna post my red hair. Like what am I doing?
I don't necessarily have, like, red hair, but I'm also, like...
No, yeah.
I don't know.
The style's different. You just... the different person.
Different person.
But that's okay.
And I just feel like it's dead and gone. Like, if I really want to be posting, it should be more current stuff. But then I never post. Right, so it's like, I'm kind of stuck in this cycle.
Yeah.
It's, like, less about me feeling, like, judged and more so just being like... it slipped out of my hands.
I want it to feel
it's too late now.
Relevant.
Yeah.
Like, you want to look back and be like, yeah, that's when I posted it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I also have this thing where I'm like, I don't feel like the need of like, oh, this is good content until I'm like reminiscing and I'm like looking back. You know what I mean?
But maybe that's your thing. You're a nostalgia girl. You know what I mean? You said this is me 2 years ago. You'll never see me on the day of. You'll never see me on the day
Follow
of.
me for 2-year-old content that I'm on a 2-year
cycle here.
You know, like that's how I think, and I think it's more of like a mental thing of like what you're saying. I think like I'm too present these days where like I'm not even like thinking of how that could be put on the internet. And I don't think it needs to be that way, but like I have a desire to share. I just like think when I get the desire, it's way too late.
Yeah, that's how you feel anyway.
Yeah.
It's funny because I think about like our friend Maria, who you don't see often, and I can just imagine her being like, oh my God, I'm eating up these photos. They're so good. But to you, they're late.
Yeah.
But to her, like,
they're new.
She'd be like, what have you been doing sitting on these?
No, and
well, all of us would be, but you know what I mean?
And now I'm like, I know that because I'm like, I literally posted a fucking story of like a album that I was making of like a bunch of content that like I was like, oh, I never posted these. Of like trips and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, is it weird to post like very old photos or something?
That was
or
a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
I was like, when was
And the
this?
consensus was no. So I'm like,
right.
but still.
The numbers, the facts are all lining up and you're still like,
can't believe it. Yeah.
I think at this point you're just like maybe overwhelmed by the amount of content because so much time has passed.
Yeah.
And it feels like a job then because it's like, okay, well then I'll post this like today and then I'll post that one on Wednesday and then I'll you know what I mean?
Yeah, and it feels like I'm trying to do like a catch up and like that feels weird to me.
I don't think it would feel weird to anyone else.
Like I genuinely feel like I could start a whole new persona based on all the content I've ever like I could start a whole new storyline.
Yeah.
I pretend that like
that this was this year.
Like I'm an 18-year-old.
Oh.
Or not 18. Maybe that's too far back.
That's a lot of content.
Maybe like
I see why you're overwhelmed.
I'm a 24-year-old. You know what I mean? Yeah. And here's like the next 4 years of my life. Yeah, like I could literally
Well, what about for your birthday? That would be a really cute reel. Like a video of you now and then being like just photos, like your favorite pics from the things you haven't posted.
Okay.
That's a cute reel.
Okay, cool.
You see, but I mean, if you don't feel like called to it, it's fine. It's just, I think you do a little.
I think like, you know what? Maybe it is a little bit of like, not even judgment, but I just.
Like you feel like people are going to cringe when they see that? Is that why?
That. But also.
The cringe comes out.
The cringe comes out. Cringe mountain. No, but I also just feel like. And it's interesting because I don't see other people this way.
Yeah.
But that to me feels so like self-centered and just like.
But it's like your page.
I know.
And like you probably like content that other people post of that.
I guess like I can't just be like these were really slay photos of me.
No,
you know what I mean?
You wouldn't
like,
say
it's
that. You'd be like my favorite memories from 18 to 28 or something, or like something sentimental. You're like good at making the words make sense.
Makes sense.
So like you would say something like, how is she the same girl, or how are we different? You know what I mean? Like something about the memories and the sentiment behind it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like you would say something like, you wouldn't be like, oh my God, I'm sexy. Or you could. Put a sexy red song in the back and it's just you slaying.
The last 5 years of
slays.
Of me eating.
Wait, but that's actually good too though.
Yeah.
Like people post how slay their outfits are.
It's
and we love it. We eat it up. I'm like, I wish. You know?
Yeah. I don't know.
And maybe that'll help even like the underlying like confidence of your day to day of like, damn, I do eat. You know what I mean?
No, lately I don't feel like.
But then here comes the outside validation.
Yeah.
Where are we?
And I think that's been really helpful for me personally because I think.
Not getting it
from Instagram because I feel like when I was like posting a lot or like having like photo shoots like with our friends and stuff.
But those were so fun.
They were so fun. And I would like never talk shit on that. But I feel like.
Yeah, I get you.
I would focus on like how many likes I got or like who saw it. Like
but
who
would
thinks
you do
I'm
that
cool.
now, do you think?
Maybe, but I also like I felt pretty because other people thought that I like
was pretty.
But
I feel like maybe me just really wanting you to post. Like, but I think you moved past that.
But I think you moved past it. No, I have moved past it, and I feel like it's been a very like helpful thing for my own personal confidence that like
you don't need
I'm
that.
not needing that.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, but you feel pretty. You could just share it. Why not?
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't.
Yeah, I feel like aligning where you're at, because like when I post, me not getting a lot of likes doesn't genuinely affect my like confidence or my self-worth.
Yeah.
You know, obviously I'm like, if, which there honestly hasn't been something where I'm like, this is gonna eat whatever, I'm just like, this is cute, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I want the world to see it, and I want to remember this time for whatever reason.
No, that makes sense.
And then I could totally see old me. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm a Leo, so I feel like old me, I probably inflated my ego, but I don't think I ever was like, oh, people think I'm ugly. I mean,
I never
maybe
thought that either, though.
Right?
Like, I never thought, like, if I got 70 likes versus, like, 150 or whatever, like...
Maybe it hit more of the ego of, like, not ugly, but, like, creative.
For me, it was definitely that.
Yeah. It was like, you're not interesting enough.
Yeah.
To
like
this.
I don't care to be pretty. I care to be interesting.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah. I mean,
both eat.
I mean, doesn't hurt if you throw in how hard I slayed.
But I definitely like prefer to be perceived as interesting.
Yeah. No, I get you.
And I think like if you go back on my page, like a lot of the stuff was not just about me. And I think like
it was about how
like,
interesting you are.
Yeah. Whatever, you know?
Yeah. And I feel like now it would be less like proving to other people you're interesting, but just posting interesting things. And then it's just interesting.
Yeah.
Like it just is.
Yeah.
And like if people don't find that interesting, it really doesn't bug me anymore. I'm like, okay, like I thought that was cool. But also, again, it's not to be like, oh, but it's not you, it's the app. But kind of like, they don't even be showing people shit. Like, people will now like my post from like 3 weeks ago. And I'm like, why are they barely... And it's because they
weren't
maybe
fed it.
Yeah, or they don't go on the app. So it's like, oh, they're getting old shit and they're finally liking it or whatever, you know?
That makes sense. I mean, that happens to me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I didn't see a fucking photo you posted. And I'm like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Where was I?
Yeah.
And I see that Logan and every now...
commented
I'm
on
like,
it.
What the fuck? Why didn't anyone tell me you posted?
Why didn't anybody send this to me? Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the thing is
I'm like, you're talking about me, the 3-week person.
No, I'm not.
3 weeks ago.
No, I'm talking about some guy, actually.
Oh.
The piano guy.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking, but it's funny.
Yeah, no. I don't know. Maybe for me too, I like got to make that jump to posting cringe content on Instagram.
Yeah.
Quote unquote cringe. Like the yoga thing that you're talking about that I posted, I wouldn't post that on Instagram.
I feel like it would do well on Instagram. I also feel
it's
like...
just like why?
You don't want it on your page.
Not that I don't want it. Well, I mean, it's not aesthetic.
She's a more serious girl.
One, I will say she's not aesthetic.
You can keep it only on your reels.
Ugly, though, on the cover. I'd have to put a different cover.
But I don't really care, like...
Which TikTok did change it, so now you can use different covers, which is interesting. Like, it doesn't have to be in the video.
Yeah.
Which TikTok I care, but...
I don't think anyone cares as much as they do on Instagram, looking like a whole...
Right.
Thing. Because, again, the culture was set for us where literally you use the same fucking preset.
Oh, the presets.
And then you would change it up and you would have to make sure that the rest of the, like, you know.
But then I do hate, like, when people put on their reels, like, a cover that has nothing to do with...
Oh, yeah, I also don't like that.
I'm like, what is this about?
Yeah.
Like, I have to actually watch the reel.
Especially when, like... Maybe it's not like a giveaway, but it's like something that you like want to go back to and you have to remember what the fucking stupid cover was for that.
A giveaway does get me because I'm like, did you announce it?
Yeah.
What's going on? It's an overwhelming time to be perceived and online.
No, for sure. I think like I'm like waiting for like the interesting moments to happen, like Coachella or my trip and stuff to like.
But even then, when you think about it, everyone's posting Coachella. It's like, how interesting
so how interested are you?
Right.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way. But like, to us,
I'm
that
just there
feels
to feed FOMO to everyone.
No, actually, huh?
No, really.
But like to myself as well.
Yeah.
Because I will re-eat that content like a year later.
Like, damn, that was fun.
Like, oh, that outfit was everything or whatever. So that's, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like, not that Coachella's not interesting and we shouldn't be, because absolutely. Everyone's like, I'm going to live through you when you post your Coachella stuff. Oh, yeah, I love your outfit. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's not interesting. But I do think, like, your Mexico City trip, for example, I wasn't there. I haven't seen it. What'd you do? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And even Coachella, you could say that. Like, you
Yeah.
camped. It's going to be different. Like, what's the
Yeah.
vibe there?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Whatever. But yeah, like, those random trips, I feel like, are a little more interesting than, like, you know, the things that everyone posts every year, their birthday and Coachella.
Yeah.
And Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
It's an interesting thought.
You know what's another thought for me is, like, posting that stuff is, like, hella confusing for, like, older people.
Why?
Like,
In
if
what
I
way?
post, like, my Big Sur trip, for example, my mom would be like, where are you? You know what I mean?
She said, when'd you leave?
Did you go again?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, Mom, I'm just posting. She'd be like, why?
Yeah.
I'd be like, because my photos were cute.
Right.
I don't know.
It's called a throwback.
Mom, it's a TBT.
It's a TBT hashtag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that part's funny because, like, I do have some family and they're going to be like,
Are you there?
what?
Yeah, you gotta put in the
Specifically my
caption,
mom.
like, throwback.
For all of my posts.
Literally, like, throwback, another throwback for
A
you.
new hashtag is throwback Mel.
Yeah, honestly.
God,
I
man.
feel like I will say on Instagram I care less about the algorithm though now. I mean, aside from my baking videos, like, I'll put hashtags because I'm like, you know, I have a blog. But for, like, my personal, like, random photos, I'm not putting hashtags or, like, oh, I need to post it at, I mean, I'm not gonna post at 1 a.m. Mostly because
You're not
I'm
awake.
I'm creatively, I will
Not
say,
just-
I do want to be like, I like this post before I post it. You know what I mean? And at
Mhm.
1 a.m, that's usually not the time.
Yeah.
Maybe a story, but not a whole post. Because then, you know, sometimes they post and it's like that weird filter over all your photos, and then you realize later, I want to make sure I see that. Want to make sure
why
I
does
recognize that.
happen?
I don't know. I think it happened to my most recent one, but it kind of worked. It, like, added a cute little filter to all
I
my...
feel like I didn't notice that, but
Exactly.
I'm going to go look back.
Exactly. But I don't know. It's a
Yeah.
it's a weird time to, like, 'cause I think the perception is, like, if I post that, everyone's gonna think I want to be famous or viral, and, like, I'm a
I said
loser for
and.
that.
I'm just kidding.
Right though, like, even if you did want to go viral for that or whatever, I don't know.
I'm like, oh, that to an extent, I'm like, so do you.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
mm-hmm.
you would be really happy if something went
Viral,
for yourself.
right? Like, who isn't if you're not online?
Right. But I don't think that's, like, the intention in posting. I think it's just, like...
But it's what we think other people think our intention is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, but they think I want to.
I think it almost, like, became, like, cringe to ever post at some point. And I think I got stuck there.
Which is silly, because if you think about it, these people are making money.
Mhm.
Like, if you make it,
You made it.
You fucking made it.
Yeah.
Who's laughing now?
Literally.
And even if you don't make it and you live on Cringe Mountain forever, these people don't live by the fact that you're living on Cringe Mountain. It's not like they think about it all day, every day, and all they can think about is how lame you are.
Yeah.
Like, maybe they'll see it, they'll talk about it, laugh, move on.
Literally.
Then what?
We all live on, like, a fucking 30-second basis at this point, like, for
Attention
everything.
span is so small.
On to the next thing. So think about that when you're
Yeah.
posting at me.
The posting in the moment on Instagram piece. I mean, I did that the other day, kind of. But then I was like, but it's just, like, selfies of me. Like, I didn't do anything but get my hair done. You know what I mean? And put on a cute outfit.
But it worked.
But, like, I mean, I liked it. I went with it. But, yeah. It does feel like you can only post when it's, like, a big momentous thing.
Yeah.
Or, like, you look really cute or something good happened to you. Which, like, is fine, I guess.
I think that really comes from, like, the culture of, like, influencing. Like, I think everything that they do probably
feels really grand.
feels really grand, and, like, I think the expectation there is, like, to meet that
Right.
same energy or environment.
But really, we're a bunch of normies who kind of enjoy the
Yeah,
normie.
and I'm like, the average person doesn't have that lifestyle, but it doesn't mean you
Yeah.
can't post your lunch with your fam or, like,
Uh-huh.
you
And, you
know.
know, I feel like I honestly post because I think my friends will find it interesting. And,
For
like,
sure.
And, like, to a degree, yeah, if my friends find it interesting, then, like, other people who also resonate in the way
With
that,
that.
right?
Yeah.
So, for example, my cousin posted her work from home routine,
Mm-hmm.
and I was kind of eating it up. I was like, wait, what do you do? Like, what is your apartment like? what's the vibe? You
What's
know what
the
I
vibe?
mean?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I literally know you, I see you, I talk to you, and I'm still, because sometimes it feels too like the people in my life are like, that's cringe. You know what I mean? Like people are like, oh, but I'm like, maybe they actually do find it interesting, because I'm finding it interesting watching someone I know, because like you can't possibly be there 24/7
No.
for everybody and see everything. So it is interesting. Or like Logan's post of your guys' house.
Yeah.
I was like, this is tea.
You're like, I know those places.
I've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there. I've seen it. So yeah, I feel like it's just fun, because also we all have such different personalities. So like what I post is obviously very different from what Logan's posting. Like hers is like the art, the interior design, and like obviously her relationship with you, and like we're all just so unique. It's so fun to see that expressed online for each other and for ourselves.
Yeah.
As opposed to being like when Logan posts that, obviously I know she'd be happy if it went viral.
Yeah.
But I do know that her intention isn't like, this is gonna be like what set, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's such an interesting thought, because I feel like now that you're saying that, like,
Yeah.
in that way, it's really putting into perspective for me that, like, the way that I'm functioning now with the just, like, social media is, like, I definitely am revolving, like, the things that I'm consuming just based on, like, the people that I, like, actually know, like, our friend group. And then I do TikTok. That's, like, very fucking random.
Yeah, yeah.
So
and then we send to all our friends.
Yeah.
So
I'm, like, actually, like, my environment online, it's really like, you guys are my influencers. Like, I don't really like look at other people's shit anymore.
Yeah, honestly.
I really don't look at my
God,
friends. Like, my friends are my influencers.
And like influencers aren't dying necessarily.
They're not. I mean, I like, again, like TikTok brings that back up where I'm like, oh, I know who you are. I know the drama. The pop culture in me will never die.
Yeah.
But like, in reality, I really am only looking at my friends to like, not only like be influenced, but like I'm only really seeking out that content from.
Yeah. It's so interesting to think about, like, just how deep this all goes.
It's so crazy.
Like,
It's a fucking, it's like, it's become another, not war, I guess a world. Another like
form of expression
space.
And like,
it's an attachment that we've now created.
and like what I'm kind of over too, like not just turning about influencers now, but like the influencers who are posting like really out of touch, like Day in My Lives or like Chanel and like all that stuff. Like I know that's it, but that's for me. I know that's probably some people's realities of like, I would buy those Chanel flats or whatever.
For
like,
sure.
And like, period.
But if it feels out of reach for me, it's like, why am I really consuming this?
Yeah, I'm like, you're just pretty. I don't know anything about you other than I like your style and you're pretty.
Yeah.
And that's like the TikTok piece of like, if they're not on TikTok, then I'm just looking at pretty pictures. Which then goes back around to like just Pinterest for me. I'm like, well, that's what Pinterest is for.
Yeah.
To be inspired by those things. Which, not to say there's not space for that.
But it's just
other
not,
things,
it's
but
just not how I
view it personally, yeah.
Or seek it out. No, that's so true.
Yeah. We're all influencers, basically.
My besties are my influencers.
That's literally what you're saying. So, period. Wow. So you're going to post.
Yeah.
You still have it, though, in your head, though, I think, that you're like, it's too late.
Yeah.
But it's already up, apparently. Like, y'all go look Dainty Melly.
If my last post is of me and Logan, then I didn't do it.
Gagged. Or it's Europe because you're posting in real time. I don't know.
Oh my god. The concept.
Yeah, I don't know. I think, like, we're all, if you're a Gen Z, millennial girl, you're kind of fighting that, like, back and forth of, do I post things I find? Also, like, I think the other part that's overwhelming is if you get too caught up in the posting, you're like, everything could be postable, and, like, I need to record everything, and
that's when you're not present, though.
Yeah, and then I have to edit everything, and I'm so overwhelmed by everything I have to edit, or, like, I don't know, making like the skits type stuff, or like, I don't know, things of that nature, like when things aren't just like natural or like a thought already, like you're sitting with your friends, you're like, wait, that would be so funny.
Yeah,
we should do that.
And then
you do it or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, we are present and it's like, you know what I mean? We used to make YouTube videos, not because
No.
we were like, we're going to go viral, but because this is so fun. Like, that is such a fun idea. Like, we're practicing not knowing, but practicing being creative and like doing something and thinking critically, creatively.
No, that's so true.
Oh man, I just can't think about the haters. You know what I mean?
I really don't.
Sometimes I do see someone like something, and I'm like, oh my god, they saw that. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, they saw that. What they think? But then I'm like, whatever.
You know what? You can think, oh my god, she's so brave for that.
Right.
About me, it's fine.
Right.
I am brave.
I am brave. Thank you. I've been trying to tell myself that for a long time, and now we're owning it. Fucking
listen, it's almost 4 years into this podcast. We are brave. I gotta say. If anything that I've ever done is embarrassing, it's this.
Honestly, huh?
And I'm not even embarrassed by it. So at this point, like, my cousin came up to me at her bachelorette party. She goes, you know, I just want to tell you that you're on my rotation of podcasts at work.
Oh my god.
And she's like, I'll just like play a podcast, like I'll go through like the new episodes.
The orders.
Yeah. And she's like, and when I just like skip it, like usually you come up. And I was like, T. I was like, so what do you think? And
so what do you
think?
think?
She was like, I think you guys are doing really great, and I feel like your conversations are really fun and like engaging. And I was like,
okay, T.
Hi.
Cute. Hi.
I was like, it's just become like a really fun thing for us to just like
chit chat
do every week.
It's also like interesting to have. As a friend group, we totally do have these kinds of conversations all the time. But, like, I don't know. I do think about people who go online seeking, like, this. Even in moments. Like, sometimes I'm alone in my home, and I'm like, I don't want to hang out with anyone. I want to be mute, but I want to be stimulated, like, mentally.
Yeah, like, if you're having a conversation, but it's literally only
I'm just listening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I feel like...
No, because that's real. Because then, like, if you're, like, with friends and they're having a conversation, you feel like you have to participate.
Right.
You can't just you can just sit there mute, but it's kind of weird.
But don't do that. So, what
are your perfect opportunity to be
in
silent?
A stimulating conversation silently. Yeah. And I don't know. I think about those people who don't have that in their day-to-day maybe, or just need it more. Mm-hmm. And it's just nice.
It's nice.
Like, that's all it takes.
I'm here to yap for you.
We're here to chat, okay? We ain't got nothing stopping us. Even... Honestly, we can't even say we have a lack of views no more. I'm sorry if we're disrespecting y'all and y'all feel like not seen.
No,
we do see you.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, on YouTube, there's almost 600 people.
Subscribers?
Yeah, that follow us. It's fucking insane. Hello.
And, like, TikTok, we're not, like, shadow banned entirely anymore.
Yeah.
It's people that we don't know watching and, like, there's genuinely just people listening, and that's cool.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of what it's about. Like, we didn't necessarily like in general, posting across the board, podcast or not, it's just the intention is never, which also there's nothing bad with wanting things to go viral also. Like, come on now.
That's what I was saying.
Let's be so serious. But like, I think we all just want to be seen and heard and understood, and like if posting online can give you that validation, even if it's not like, oh, I got 1,000 likes or 100 likes or whatever, but just like, oh, someone commented that like they really resonate with this, or like, even for my sourdough
just
thing,
takes one fucking comment,
of a stranger,
like, that's so funny, or like, I don't know,
literally on my sourdough content, people commenting and being like, oh, you should try this. I'm like, a community.
You're listening.
Literally, oh my god, someone's listening. And you're not that obviously my friends commenting is amazing as well, because that's support. But like when a stranger comments, you're like, you're not obligated. Not that my friends are obligated, but you know what I mean?
You
like, it
don't
feels
have to be here.
Like, yeah, you literally don't know me. You know nothing about me, and you chose to be like kind.
Yeah.
And that's nice.
Yeah.
And it might be like a little reminder to comment on strangers' things when you resonate.
Not with that thought and process.
But just like to
but
connect.
Like, I'm just like,
so I like that.
I like that a lot.
Where are those shoes from? Or whatever. Yeah. I think there's so much behind it all, and we talk about it all the time, so it's just never gonna go away. The thoughts.
No, at all.
I hate it.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Just catch us on our platforms.
Yeah, catch us posting. I'm no longer posting every day because that's when it was like, which I think it was a good practice.
Yeah.
Like getting
feel
in
like-
the mode of like, oh, this is the type of content I could, this is what I like to create, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you literally popping up your phone yesterday was like, to me, that felt like such a task, and you were like, period.
Yeah.
And then you made content same fucking day. I was like, that's crazy.
Literally crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Because even in that moment at night, I was like, like I could wait till, I'm like, if I wait till tomorrow, I'm not going to do it. And it's just going to sit there. And then I'm going to be like, oh, I'll do something with it. You know what I mean? Like you just
do it.
Just do it. Like
Yeah.
if you feel inclined to, obviously, like I'm not saying, because then it's just stupid if you're posting because you have to.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, catch our Coachella vlog. It's already out.
It's already out.
But like that's
go
gonna be
watch it.
us.
Yeah,
we
that's
literally
gonna be
have to be
on it.
just and not even in a way of like the creative idea. I told Katie about your idea to do the drama.
Yeah.
She's like, I love it. We should have a confessional.
I literally, in my
Like,
van, I was going to say, we could post it in the van. Uh-huh.
And we're like, yeah.
I have a thought. Y'all have to encourage me to like actually follow
But that's
through.
what I'm saying. And it's not even hard. It's literally not hard to follow through. We say, oh my God, we're tiffing right now. And then go in the confessional and be like, so we're tiffing.
No, because literally.
And it's just stupid. I love the idea. I hope we did it. If you guys want to go check it out, it's somewhere.
It's somewhere.
We've been posting. But that's the thing, is it's not hard, and when you have the ideas, like just act on it.
Yeah.
It comes back to the like when we were young and we wanted to be on YouTube because it was fun and creative to make music videos or whatever. Like that's the root of it.
That's the root.
And
yeah.
it's not that deep, and it doesn't need to be. Oh my God, I can't even imagine like when we're 40. Oh my God. And then it's going to be like, oh my God, you're too old. You know what I mean? Sorry.
Nope. We're not getting there.
I'm sorry. Sorry if you're 40 and you're doing that. But like maybe you're killing it. I don't know. Also, I don't think it's cringe. Wait, did you see that Teffy's dating
Shannon Beveridge? It's a rumor. It's a rumor. It's a rumor.
I hope it's not true. Only because I've heard bad things.
Oh,
from her ex, Becca. One like her
which
other
one?
ones
The
too.
most
blonde
recent one?
Mm-hmm.
Do you watch her podcast?
No, but
Yeah.
I saw a clip.
Yeah.
It was giving.
No, because that was
I feel
crazy
like
when it was happening.
Yeah.
Oh, you're finally like in lesbian world.
I think I followed her. Like she was like a makeup gossip yapper girl,
Yeah, she was.
Becca or whatever.
And then she came out.
And then she came out, and then the tea came out.
I forgot to bring that up on our like niche drama episode. I'm in the, like lesbian TikTok, lesbian social media goes crazy.
Like posting your drama. I mean, like
When
we've
you're-
done it. We've done it.
It's kinda crazy.
We've done it.
We've done
clearly.
it,
I
but-
mean,
Yeah, I mean,
should we have been messier?
I'm kind of probably. I don't know. Like I'm kind of like living. I don't know. I'm kind of living if that's like true.
what
That, like
if they're
Shannon
dating?
and Teffy are dating.
Wait, why? I thought Shannon was
Like
toxic.
I don't know her. I
Nope.
can't say nothing. But like,
Teffy's smart. That's all I know. So
but also like,
like if she is,
just
then
Teffy
she
with
knows.
a woman. I'm like, period.
She's out, right?
She
Or
she
no?
actually went on Shannon's podcast and like Shannon was
Prior.
like, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Wait, I was thinking Becca. Okay,
No, Shannon.
Shannon's.
Her supposedly girlfriend went on her podcast and Shannon asked her like, so is Teffy gay? And then Teffy was like,
Not third person.
she was like saying something like, I am like, she's like, the way I'd like describe myself is like, she says like something about being bohemian and like kind of like free flowing, like
fluid.
Okay, and
bohemian.
so and I was like, T, that's a good word for that.
Boho.
But yeah,
Okay.
so I feel like that was like the real like her coming out like to the public, but
Okay.
I always kind of felt like she was
I
some sort of queer.
I thought it was known.
Yeah.
I thought she had talked about it, but whatever. Anyway, not what this episode is about. But I mean, hey, also if you have tea that's interesting like that, we're interested. That's what I'm saying.
I'm watching.
Like
I'm
even
sad.
if you're like, oh, it's so, I don't know. There's so many conflicting thoughts. Like people that post tea that are like normies or whatever. But like whatever.
Who am I?
I don't know.
tell
You
you
know,
anything.
guys. Like, what are your guys' thoughts on like posting? Is it drama, or are you like the type of free flowing? Everything's going online. I don't care.
It's hard. It's a hard
balance.
balance for sure.
But go check out Mouse Pose and mine too. Shout me out. Go check us out. We're posting, and if we're not, then
Go
comment
tell us.
on our most recent post. Why didn't you post? And that's what we'd love to see.
Yeah.
Genuinely, though. And you could put like a little face to your name. We can know who you are. Because we don't see lots of comments from you guys. It's nice to know who you are.
I would love to see who you are.
Literally. So that's it for today. We'll see you guys in next week's episode.